Hey everyone, Joe here from buildassetsonline.com, and today we're going to talk about why dropshipping AirPods is just a really, really bad idea. So, like AirPods, AirPod cases, this seems to be a trend, something that people are doing right now, something that people are promoting. And, like a lot of the other stuff, like I did a video on CBD products, it's just really, really not a good foundation to build your business on. Of course, Mike and I are big proponents of high ticket dropshipping, which we're going to get into, kind of compare some of the things in this video. But when you're drop shipping like a cheap consumer electronic product, it's really a recipe for disaster as far as I'm concerned. So, Mike, why don't you talk about some of the reasons why that is?
Yeah, I think this is one of the dumbest ones yet, and there's a few reasons for that. For one, the idea of AirPods right now, it's like a trend of the last year or two. But how long are people going to be buying AirPods? Who knows? Apple already has the AirPod Pros, which is a whole different thing. And with technology over time, you see it evolve, and with essentially all these AliExpress products, they get outdated quick. Even the ads that you run to them get outdated quick. There's no way to have an evergreen AliExpress business.
Yeah.
And
Before I get, I want to just interrupt you for a second. The first video I saw that ranks on YouTube for was like I drop shipped AirPods and I made 11 or 110 or $111,000 in revenue. So 111,000 approximately. So while that seems like a good clickbaity title, a big number, it's really not that impressive because first of all, that's a revenue number, which revenue numbers are great. That's we use them sometimes, but the point is maybe how much did he make after ad spend? How much did he make after everything was factored in, return on time and stuff like that? And how much is he going to make going forward? And that's the real key indication is that are you going to do that number next month? What about in 6 months? You're going to have to go.
yeah, this is like that type of content is good for like teenagers and I think people who are immature about online business, but most people that we talk to, like they have jobs, they have families, they have mortgages, they have like these things in their life that if they want to actually be their own boss, they need long-term growth or they need long-term stability at the very least. And revolving your business around a product like a cheap electronic product from China, yeah, who cares if you made $111,000 in revenue? How much did you spend on Facebook ads to do that? You know, it's just it means absolutely nothing. If you look at our stores, if you look at the screenshots we posted, we have year-on-year growth every year, and it's not like we're spending crazy amounts in ads just to spike our revenue numbers. Like we really just do systematic maintenance on our ads. Everything we do is evergreen, and it allows us to put systems in place to where like if we don't want to be inside the business for a couple days, then we can go do that. Like I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. I am just going to tell my VAs, hey, like I can't answer calls right now. I can't do anything. You guys have to do it. And so that's really what it is. But if you're just trying to capture and ride on a trend, then it's going to be much harder to hire people, to have systems. It's just dumb.
Yeah, you're kind of chasing the dragon in some ways. Like you're going after like a never-ending cycle of trying to get onto the next trend before everyone else does. And
Yeah.
really, these businesses, if you look at Empire Flippers and you look at like the types of businesses they allow to be sold, low quality dropshipping stores, i.e., dropshipping cheap electronics like AirPods, they're not sellable. They're not indicative of that you're building a long term asset or a long term business that you could sell one day. Because yeah, like you said, what happens when people get tired of your Facebook ad? What happens when you get tired of influencers that you have to pay to post your stuff on whatever social platform you're doing? Like, what happens then? Um,
Mhm. And also
whereas
something a little bit more advanced I want to touch upon is people will, a lot of the secret behind AliExpress is the audience building aspect of it. That is people who are actually making money doing AliExpress, they're most likely using their audience building skills to be able to market to people after they've bought, or they have good pixels in Facebook, but with AirPods, like there's not even an audience. It's just so general. It's not like you're doing German Shepherd leashes. And so okay, everyone that bought this, they are somehow interested in German Shepherds, and you can sell them things continually. If someone buys AirPods, it means nothing as to their buyer behavior.
Yeah, if you are going to do low ticket dropshipping, I definitely think that the best route to go is definitely the print on demand route. And that is because you can actually do what you said is you can cultivate an audience, your email list on Facebook, your Facebook pixel, Instagram, whatever. You can cultivate an audience that's interested in the same stuff, and you can market to that audience over and over and over again, kind of like we discuss with how we run our Kindle business. Is that, yeah, Kindle items are low ticket, but the market's hungry, and they want to keep consuming. So yeah, AirPods are probably the worst example of something that you can build a consistent business off of, unless you're Apple, of course, or another big consumer brand.
Assuming you're not planning on taking your AliExpress business public, then it's not a great idea. And I can only imagine like how bad the quality of AliExpress AirPods are, to where, okay, you generated $111,000 in revenue. I guarantee you a good percentage of those people are going to be pissed. They're going to want to return. They're going to want to send their products back. They're going to want replacements. So you have to take that into consideration, that you're not actually selling something that has a real brand behind it, that will stand behind their products, and even like has a reputable name that people will know they're getting a good product. You're just selling.
Yeah. So when we generate $111,000 in revenue on one of our stores, that's probably around, I'm pretty bad at mental math, probably like 20 sales, 30 sales, something like that, in that range.
111,000? No.
Oh, sorry. Well, you're better at this, so you can help draw the.
Like 3,000. You know what? Where's my phone? Let me see. Right now, one of our stores is at 95 something.
Yeah. How many sales do we have for that?
We'll do it live.
We can't curse. YouTube wants us to be family friendly. Don't hurt us, YouTube, please.
Should I show my phone?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you could show it.
Am I gonna compromise something? No. Let's see. I'll cover this guy's
You're
name.
kind of blurry, so.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. It says 95,033. No, you're right. 95,033 orders. But this is an exceptionally high average order value site. I'd say that's kind of the high end.
Right.
Let's see. We have another one that's 40,026 orders. So it can range. But yeah, I would say to hit that number, it's less than 100 sales if you do things by the method that we teach.
Right. So the point I'm trying to make is, you mentioned returns and customer service and stuff like that. You're going to have like 10 times or more the orders that you would have for a high ticket dropshipping sale. And, if it's coming from AliExpress, I couldn't even get a good mermaid blanket from AliExpress for my wife one year.
That could be a good video.
Yeah, that could be a good video. But yeah, I mean, like you said, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of headaches because you're processing so many more orders than you have to process if you're doing high ticket dropshipping. And we've talked about this in so many videos, Mike, but give people a quick rundown of query versus direct action marketing, because if this is their first video watching us, I want them to understand the difference between the evergreen marketing campaigns like we like to do, versus this kind of flash in the pan
versus intent. It's query versus intent. So intent-based marketing would be something that social media ads encompasses, because when someone is on social media, they are not necessarily looking for something in particular, but you can target people based on their shopping intent, based on their interest, based on their demographics. And so that can be considered intent or interest-based marketing. And the difference is with that is you can target sort of a collective of people who may be interested in your product, but people take this idea too far. They think, oh yeah, like I'm going to sell these German Shepherd leashes. I'm just going to I have the Facebook audience right here. People who have German Shepherds. Like, just because someone has a German Shepherd doesn't mean they want your leash. And so that's when the actual sales funnel comes in. With interest-based marketing or intent-based marketing, you have to make people aware that your product exists, for one, make them want it, and then get them to buy. So with query-based marketing, like what we do with high-ticket dropshipping, you're targeting people based on what they are already searching. And so this is a lot easier because they're already aware of either their problem or what they want, even as specific down to the item number that they want, the item number, the exact product that they want. So all you have to do is get in front of them, and you can just convert. You can just convert easily because you're just putting what someone wants right in front of them when they want it. Intent-based marketing is a whole other beast, and it is a lot harder because you have to essentially take care of the whole sales process from paid advertisement, which is difficult for someone new to do.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that about sums it up. And like you said earlier, Mike, the people that are doing this flash in the pan type stuff, I think they're not targeting the same type of people that we're trying to reach. I mean, I think their audience is, kids who aren't concerned with building a sustainable business. They're attracted to the bling, they're attracted to the flashiness, they're attracted to really, these short-term type things because they're kids and tricks are for kids, and high ticket dropshipping is for sophisticated adults. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's true. Tricks are for kids.
Yeah.
But we've had so many of our students who were former AliExpress addicts that have now seen the light and are slowly making their money back from all the money they lost.
I don't know if addicts is the right word. Well, yeah, they are. I mean, many of our most successful students are in that age range demographic because they were attracted to that kind of business, and they lost thousands. I mean, that's the reality of it. And then they kind of grew up.
Yeah,
they grew up in their business. So that's about it for this one, guys. Don't forget to check out the free course, buildassetsonline.com/playbook. So we can show you how we structure our online business portfolio from the foundation all the way to the top. And we will see you in the next episode. Don't forget, subscribe and like this video if you're on YouTube, and please rate us on iTunes and Stitcher and all that if you are listening on the podcast format. So see you later.